the skyline.
Hi everyone, this is a couple of sessions from day 2 and 3 with my Wild Mustang mare, tag number 2181, now known as Celeste. So this session here was the first session of day 2. We were continuing on a little bit more of what we had done in the past session, and then also trying to advance on to doing new things like getting first touches. Right here she ends up spooking a little bit, and I think she just felt a little bit trapped. She just jumped forward and went into the barn. And I just had to gain her confidence and trust back a little bit. She is a very sensitive mare. She does get nervous pretty easily when it comes to these sorts of things. So she did get all up in her head when we were doing this. And we had to just kind of move back a couple of steps to move forward. After some time, I tried to reach my hand out and see if I could slowly start to get her trusted to touch her and let her feel comfortable around me being a little bit closer. This was our official first touch right here. Here was session 2 of day 2. We continued just to go back and start where we had originally started off in the last session. She's definitely the type where I have to make sure I take it really slow before just jumping into what I ended on in the past. So our official first touch of this session was right here. It took a couple minutes, but after some time she was trying to reach out and touch my hand. A few more spooks here. Again, with her being a sensitive mare, she gets spooked easily and overwhelmed very easily with these sorts of things. So I just have to continue to work with that on her, but she still does try really hard. After those couple of spooks, I was just trying to get her to draw in and have some sort of a connection with me without just trying to disconnect and wanting to just walk away from this entire thing and be done. First touch after she had her spooks, you can tell she's definitely still very nervous and uncertain about the whole situation, but she still reached out and tried. Me feeling that she wasn't quite ready to have the touches by the hand after that situation, I went back to trying to use the stick. You can tell she was still all up in her head, but she was connecting a little bit more due to that. Even with the stick, she was still having some issues with being nervous, though. And because of that, I decided to go back and just work a little bit more on her being comfortable with around me, rather than trying to push her and make her feel way more uncomfortable with what I was asking her to do. after some time of working on her just being comfortable around me, I went back to trying to get the touches again and tried to go back to where we kind of had started. This was the first session of day 3. I had only filmed this session. I didn't film session 2 on this day. I felt like we were kind of doing a lot of the same thing, so I decided to just kind of wait and film more until we had started to do something a little bit different, since it's easier to not have to set up the camera and everything. This session went quite well. We definitely got some really good touches in here, and we didn't have a whole lot of spooks, which is really great. This right here was the one I had decided to end on. It was a really good one. She let me touch on her face a little bit higher than where she had normally been. She let me stay a little bit closer longer, and it was a very great one to end on.